Hi, I'm Mary Boris with Avexia Coaching. I wanted to come here today because I've been seeing a lot of posts from friends talking about the amount of stress that they're feeling. And this is especially true for my nurse and teacher friends. And honestly, I'm not surprised considering we're still dealing with this pandemic. The problem is, though, that chronic stress can lead to lots of physical and mental issues, such as anxiety and depression, having ulcers or cardiovascular disease like heart attacks or strokes. So it's really important to find ways to relax and de-stress. I've put together 5 techniques that I'm hoping will help you de-stress and learn how to relax a little bit more. Maybe one of them will work, maybe all of them will work, but hopefully you can take away something from today. So the first method that I wanted to talk about is learning how to live in the present. And you know, when you're under stress, it's extremely hard to shut down your thoughts. And unfortunately, these thoughts tend to stray to past events that, we're upset about or future ones where we're worrying. Instead, trying to live in the present is really important. And here we can take a cue from children because they do this really well. They take the time to notice details and not feel this rush to get around, which is clearly evident when we're trying to get out the door and they're still putting on their shoes. As an adult, you can apply the same way of thinking to living your life in the present through the eyes of a child. Take time to notice that beautiful sunset on your drive home, or turn up the radio and enjoy your favorite song like it's the first time that you've heard it. Pay attention to the sun and how it feels on your face, or the scent of some flowers. Hopefully we'll start getting those soon. I know it's still winter here. Another way to live in the present is to pay attention to the small details and being thankful for them. Taking notice of small things will help you cultivate a more positive experience and a more positive outlook. So next time you're doing things like enjoying blowing bubbles with your gum, or eating ice cream, or listening to your music, notice how you feel. These little things, these details really make a huge difference in your stress level. So the second relaxation method I have is to find an enjoyable activity. And everyone is different, so it may take a little time for you to find exactly what that activity for you is. But basically, you want to find an activity that completely takes your mind off of the stresses that you have during the day. And while you participate in it, those worries just fade away. And then, when you're done doing that activity, you're still in that relaxed state. So examples of some activities could be doing crafts, coloring, painting, doing beadwork or scrapbooking, something physical like martial arts or running, walking, yoga, or just curling up in your favorite chair with a book. In addition to finding an activity that you find enjoyable, that you can just lose yourself into, is also the activity of smiling. Now, I know what you're thinking, smiling, really? But there are studies out there that have shown us that there is an association between how we feel and how we react in our mind. So if we feel happy, we smile. And if we smile, it makes us feel good. So before you go, back into that classroom or into the next patient's room, before you go in there, take a second and, put a smile on your face and just try to influence the way you react. Okay, the third method is to practice visualization. And this involves thinking about something that calms you down or relaxes you. For example, thinking about a past vacation on the beach. So close your eyes and think about this. And when I do this, what I think about is I imagine lying there and I'm in a hammock, and I'm in between two trees that are swaying gently in the wind. And I'm next to the water that is this beautiful turquoise blue, and I can hear the waves coming in gently and then moving back out. And occasionally, I'll turn my attention from my book that I'm reading in this hammock while I'm gently swaying, and I'll look up in the sky and notice how blue it is and the clouds, and I'll see that these clouds have different shapes, and I'll start looking at them trying to, is it an animal or a car or whatever? And the sun is feeling so warm on me, on my skin, and I can feel my bones just growing stronger from that vitamin sunshine. I'm feeling calm, relaxed, and just peaceful. So while listening to me visualize the time on the beach, did you feel calm? Were you actually seeing yourself on the beach laying in that hammock? So visualization really does work. All right, number 4 is to do some muscle relaxation. It's important to find the difference between tight and unrelaxed muscles and what a relaxed muscle can feel like. So what I want you to do is start either with your head or your feet. And so I'll start with my head. And for example, you're going to tense the muscles in your face and your scalp for 10 seconds. And then you're going to relax for a minute, and you're going to feel what the difference is between that tight, unrelaxed state and that calm state. And what you're going to do is move down from your head or up from your feet and go to the next part and put strain in there, like your neck, and then relax and move yourself all the way down, noticing how everything feels. Okay? And finally, the 5th technique that I wanted to talk about is to take a few steps back. When you begin to recognize these stress symptoms, learn to take a step back from them. So go somewhere quiet for a few minutes where you can do some breathing work. I know I've talked about this before, my 5-5-7 breath. So what you'll do is you'll inhale through your nose to the count of 5. And then you're going to hold for the count of 5 at the top of the breath. And then release through your mouth to the count of 7. So it looks like this. Now, if you can do that for a round of 10 times, it takes 2 minutes. And it's really important to do this because it's going to send a message up to your brain that you need to calm down and relax. Okay. Another idea is if you have a busy job dealing with people all day, finding a quiet place to relax to eat your lunch can be important. So go to a quiet place, not at your desk, because your desk is going to remind you of the work that you have to do. But find that quiet place, eat your lunch, close your eyes for a few seconds, and go ahead and recharge so that you can, go back to your job, to your patients, to your children in your class or whatnot. And, you can face the afternoon with just a little bit more energy. And then one more way to do this is to also perform some positive self-talk. So what you want to do is, this positive self-talk is going to remind you that you can deal with the stress that at the moment, remind yourself of all of the good things in your life and think about what means most to you. This can bring immediate relaxing thoughts and perspective on the situation. So one way to help with positive self-talk is by using affirmations. And whether it's a one-off stressful moment or it's just a stressful issue going on, if you create the right affirmations to support you, you can get through all of this. So when you're creating affirmations, know your negative enemy. And what I mean by that is, identify your negative thoughts. So take a moment to think of all the beliefs that come up when you think about how stressful this event is, or your job, or your day, or whatnot. Like, do you worry about not knowing what to say at a party, or freezing while you're trying to give a presentation? Or do you feel like you're just a warm body to your boss, the principal, or your head nurse, or etc., and that they just don't care about you or your health? So what you'll do is write down every negative thought that pops into your head, and then make a conscious decision to move away from those negative beliefs by turning those negative thoughts into positive ones. So make strong positive statements and remind yourself how you've coped well in similar situations in the past, and then tie it back to the times where you have succeeded in the past. And if you can't think of any, ask your partner or a friend or colleagues, because chances are they're going to be easily able to identify your skills and your achievement more than you can. And then, write down some phrases that can get you through and put them all over. Put them on your desk, put them on your computer, or, in your car, in your mirror at home. But, phrases that are encouraging you, like, I'm feeling stressed out, but I will be okay. Or I can do this. Or when this is over, I will be so proud of myself. I am providing a great service. So keep your affirmations realistic, make them proportionate to what you can do and how you feel. If they're too ambitious, they can make you feel more anxious than before. And if you have a misstep or a fail, that can make you feel worse. So there are so many relaxation techniques out there that you can use to help you deal with stress. My hope is today you're able to at least find one nugget that can help you. I've also created an online course, The Year of You, which is a self-care program, and it's broken down into 12 months. And each month has a new topic, such as sleeping, eating, practicing gratitude, treating yourself, or being more mindful, and many more. And then each month also has an accompanying exercise to help enhance that topic and have you start building the habit of doing that. So the link to this class is in the comments, or it's on my website, avexia.coaching. And if I can help you in any other way too, if you are feeling stressed, please reach out. I'm here for you. And I appreciate everything that you guys are going through and doing. So thank you for being here today. Cheers to you, and you have got this. High five.